it's Nikki of The Wealthy Woman Within. Welcome back again to Tapping into the Oracle, where each week I tune into your energy, my lightworking lady, and I pull oracle cards when I ask the divine what you're working on and what's been challenging you and how they can give you guidance to move forward. And I share those cards with you and bring you that guidance. And then we wrap it up by doing an EFT tapping round where you can tap through any resistance that you might find to following that guidance. So this week, when I tuned into your energy and asked what you'd been struggling with, what you'd really been finding challenging this week, honestly, I actually had to laugh because it was so true for me when this card popped out and said, what you've been struggling with this past week is staying focused. It was so spot on, so true, that I just burst out laughing and said, yep, thanks universe, it's true. And I was so ready to pull that card for moving on and how they could guide us into moving forward. But they did have very important messages for that struggle that we've been feeling. So this past week, you've been struggling to stay focused. And what they really wanted to point out there in that card, if you look at that gorgeous kind of cloak that the man is wearing there, it is this beautiful shade of green. And green, of course, is the color of healing. But what was really profound was that it wasn't an intense green. So it is not the kind of healing where it kind of comes at you all at once and you almost can't handle it. So no, the energy that you've been in this past week is actually this beautiful, gentle healing process that you're going through. And you are looking at what serves you and what needs to be let go. Because if you look all through that cloak that you're wearing, the one that is keeping you warm and comfortable while you go through this healing, it's covered with crescent moons, right? And crescent moons are so beautiful. They're such a gorgeous symbol that means cycles and change. So while you're going through this healing by looking at what no longer serves you, you're being asked to really look into the past at what cycles keep popping up. What old patterns have you been realizing that, wait a minute, this no longer serves me. It is now time, if I want to do the work that I'm really called to do here, it's time to let that go. And it's time to embrace the change, because just like the moon, nothing is ever constant, right? You're always changing and evolving. And so this is so natural to look at what needs to be let go and released right now so that you can evolve and change. This is your opportunity for growth. And that is really the healing that you've been doing. And when you come through that, you will be revived and rejuvenated in this just beautiful, gentle way. And there was one other very important message that they wanted to say. They kept saying, stay focused, but not in the way you think, right? Not in the way of, I have to be focused on my to-do list or all those things that I need to check off and make happen. No, it was so much more beautiful. They said, stay focused, but keep focused on where you're wanting to go. Like, what is it in your heart? Why did you start this business in the first place? And that's what they want you to stay focused on. That's why they have the telescope there, where it's showing you to really take that far view and keep that in mind. And if you look at the telescope there's one star in particular that you're focusing on, that you've got in your sights, and that is your heart's desire. That's where you really want to take this beautiful work that you're trying to do here. And so they said, that's what we want you to focus on. Take this beautiful, gorgeous time for healing, and it will be slow and just luscious as you realize you're stepping into this new version of yourself. But never forget where you're headed. Never forget to shine that light from your heart and use that as your North Star. Use that as your guiding light. And it reminds me so much of the energy of manifesting, right? Because just how, when you've got a goal that you're headed for, when you're manifesting, you send out kind of an energy towards that goal, and it spirals back and brings you what you desired or what you're in alignment with. So they said, while you're focusing on this past and this healing, keep sending out that energy towards the future of what truly matters to you. And we will make sure to bring that to you, because you are now getting into alignment with that higher desire there. So is that beautiful or what? And they said, really, where you're going with this. So the way forward, by focusing on what's in your heart, the way forward is wise leader. So they want you to really embrace that role. Keep that role in mind, because actually, if I can hold the cards up here together for a moment, you can see it's like that's literally what you're looking at through the telescope there. That is your North Star. So this is you. And this is how you're going to move forward in the coming week, is by keeping that North Star, your heart's desire of you in this role as a wise leader. And what I first saw in the wise leader card was that mountain in the background. And it's kind of in the far horizon still. And you can see that the woman, so you, are heading towards new vistas. So those new opportunities that are coming to you now that you've done this healing and shifting, and now that you've shed what no longer serves you, those are the opportunities, those are the changes that are being presented to you for growth. And it's that mountain and that vista there. And Spirit really wants you to know that you've got this. You have such a strength inside of you, because if you look at that woman there, she's holding it's a spear, but it's also like a staff, right? So as she is walking and as she is heading towards that new vista, she has the strength, and that is you. That is your inner strength. And so the divine is saying here is, you can trust that. You can trust that you have enough strength that it will hold you up. It'll keep you walking on that path. And if obstacles come, that same staff is also a spear, right? So you have the strength to take out any of those obstacles. You can move forward. You can keep that high peak in sight. You will make that progress towards the peak, towards the pinnacle of your vision for the work that you want to do. You can trust that you yourself can get you there, and that your light that you were shining forward is not only going to get you there as a light for you, but as a light for others. Because if you look at, there's a torch there as well. So the two things in the woman's hands are the spear or the staff of strength and the torch or the guiding light. And hands always represent being open to receiving. And so Spirit is asking you here, Are you open to receiving this role? Are you open to stepping into your role as a wise leader, as being that guiding light for those others? Because that is really the key, right? That's what you had your eye on the whole time through the telescope. That's what you were aiming for, was that higher version of yourself and taking on a greater role. And so they're saying this week, look at that and look at, are you open to receiving and stepping into this role? And I think both you and I know that yes, we are, right? This is why we're here. So it's super exciting. This is so validating. And really, the beautiful orange that permeates kind of that whole card, it's in the torch. So it's lighting the way with that warmth and that glow of the fire. And it's also in your clothes, right? It's in what you've chosen to wear. So when you're stepping into this new role, it's like you've put on a whole new set of clothes. And that orange really signifies kind of community and the warmth of bringing people together. Because in the background of the card, if you look, very, very kind of hard to see, but in the shadows there are a bunch of people following that woman. So that is you lighting the way, and that's your heart. That's your heart light shining forth that is lighting the way, and you are stepping into that role of bringing people together through your gifts and by shining your light. And it's such a simple and beautiful message, but we are being asked, you are being asked to step forward and step into that role. So are you ready this week? So how did that message resonate for you? Because I know for me, I literally get jittery. I get buzzy with excitement when I think about being in that role of the wise leader. And actually, that card holds extreme significance for me, because we're in March right now. So in only the 3 months of this year that we've had, that card has come up for me in personal readings that I've done for myself and that others have done for me no less than 3 times. So I'm kind of feeling that I'm included here in this message from Spirit that it's our time. It is our time to step into that role. And so because Spirit really wants us to do that, we want to clear any resistance that we might have to being on this path with this greater responsibility and greater experience of life, right? So let's go ahead and do our EFT tapping on that, on kind of that resistance that we might feel a little bit of to stepping into this role. So tapping with me through the points. I know I am here to do great things. It's always been my path. And it's coming up more and more. Coming up how it's so vital to me. It's who I am. And I feel like I've really been getting to know that. I've really been getting to know who I am. And getting to know what fills me up with light. And also realizing what no longer serves me. And what I'm ready to let go of. I know what needs to be left in the past. And I release them. release those people and those old patterns that are no longer a part of my path forward. I am ready. Spirit asked if I'm open to this role. Spirit asked if I am ready to be a wise leader. If I am ready to let my heart light shine. Shine bright like a torch for others. And I am saying yes. Oh my gosh, yes. I am so ready because Spirit's by my side. Because that strength that I have inside is all the greater when I walk with the divine. Because it's not all on me. I am never alone in this. My strength is coming from me and the divine. And that will take me far. That I can trust. I can believe in that strength. And I can use it to help me overcome any obstacle. So I am saying, hell yes. Hell yes to being a wise leader. To opening my arms to embrace this role. To follow the guidance that is given to me so that I can bring people together. So I can bring us all into the light and we can shine together. Shine together in all of our gifts. That is the way forward. And that is the path that I say yes to. And just take a moment and let that sink in. Let it sink in that this is it. We're really being offered an opportunity here and a chance to grow into the woman that you came here to be. This is a pivotal week that can really move you forward. And just every day this week, do the tapping if you need to do it, but every day, feel into that yes. Even say it out loud or say it when you wake up to Spirit. Say, yes, I still accept. I still accept this new role. I want this. This is my heart's desire, and this is how I'm going to choose to shine. And I know, Lightworking Lady, that you and I are there together, that we are coming together in that wonderful inclusivity, and we are the Lightworkers. We're the leaders, the wise leaders. So I will leave you with that, and I will see you again next week and be tapping with you very soon. This is Nikki Diaz of the Wealthy Woman Within. Bye for now.